All right, what's good, man? Let's get into it. So the NBA draft is Thursday, and I wanted to, make a little video on this. I don't know how this one's gonna go, but I just want to make a little video on this. Victor Wembanyama, whatever his name is. Anybody who's new to my channel, I'm horrible at pronouncing names, horrible pronouncing words, to be honest with you. But Victor, the next big star, that everybody's calling him the next KD. Everybody's saying he's the next big superstar. I'm not sure about that. I'm sorry to say, I'm not really sure about that. Does he have talent? Yes. Can he shoot? Yes. Can he carry a team wherever he's from, one of those French leagues or whatever? Yeah, sure. Are we sure that's gonna work out in the NBA? Are we sure? I mean, look at this guy, bro. Look at him. He's a toothpick. He is a McDonald's fry at the bottom of the bag. And yes, I know I'm skinny, but I'm not going to the NBA. But look at this guy, bro. He's going to get bullied around. Like, are we sure he's the next guy? I know the Spurs are going to take him number one. And I find it ironic how the Spurs said, Greg Popovich said, we're trying to get the number one overall pick. We like Victor Wembanyama, whatever his name is. Don't expect us to be good this year. Then all of a sudden they get the number one overall pick. So for anybody who doesn't think these sports leagues are not trying to be entertainment, who are not rigged, I find it ironic how the Spurs wanted to get the number one overall pick and they ended up getting it to get this kid. But I'll just leave it at that. That's a conspiracy video I could probably do if you guys want. But are we sure this guy is good? Are we sure this guy is good? It's easy to go up there and cook up a bunch of French kids who no one knows and no one cares. It's not going to be easy to cook up Kevin Durant, to cook up LeBron James and Giannis, Nikola Jokic, and Joel Embiid. What are we talking about? Anthony Davis. These guys are going to push this dude around. They're literally going to pick him up and slam him on the ground. Like, this dude, like, come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm not saying he's not going to be good. But we chill calling him the next Kevin Durant? Can we really chill on calling him the next Kevin Durant? I mean, just look at this kid, bro. Look at him. He's a head with two pretzel sticks as arms. And I'm not trying to skinny shame because I'm skinny too. But at the same time, look at this dude, bro. Look at him. And he's going to be on the Spurs. Who is on the Spurs that's going to help him? Who's on the Spurs that's going to help him? I watched him play. He's this fine little nice player, but at the same time, it's like, are we sure he's not a Porzingis 2.0? 7'5". Okay, great. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was like 7'2". Wilt Chamberlain was 7'5", but they had skill. They were built. This dude, I mean, come on. Like, come on, what are we talking about? It's like, I mean, this dude was built like a pogo stick. And yet people are calling him the next Kevin Durant, but no one wants to talk about Scoot Henderson. Shout out to my boy Val for putting me on Scoot Henderson. This dude, now granted, I think Scoot Henderson is kind of like a Blake Griffin. Like, I only see him dunk, but I mean, he looks like an NBA player. Brandon Miller from Alabama. This dude's an animal. And my favorite, my underdog pick, Marquise Noel. Look out for Marquise Noel. This dude is going to be amazing. I get he's 5'8", that whole 9, but you never know. You never know. Jalen Brunson's 5'11". So, you never know. But going back to Victor Wembanyama, Victor, whatever his name is, I don't know his name. Are we sure he's going to be good? Are we really sure he's going to be good? I get he has skill. I get, he's the pick that everybody wants to pick. But at the same time, I mean, unless he puts on weight, and which is possible. Giannis put on weight. But, I mean, Giannis is what, 6'10", 6'11"? This dude's 7. Like, at some point, we need to say too tall At some point in the NBA, there's something called too tall. Like, for real, there's something called too tall. What has Porzingis done lately? Yao Ming had a spark and then he became garbage. Not garbage, just not impactful. So, I mean, look, I'm not trying to say he's going to be a bust. I'm not going to say all this, but I just don't see it with him. He has to prove me wrong for me to believe in him. I'm not believing in the hype. My money's on Marquise Noel. Then honestly, I will go Brandon Miller. Then I'll go Scoot. And then I go Victor. That's who I think are going to be the good players in this draft. Now we all know Victor's going number 1. Scoot's probably going number 2. Brandon's probably going to go 3, 4, 5, and Marquise. That dude, I don't know where he's going to go. But, I mean, look, if he puts on weight, if he puts on a lot of weight and puts on some muscle, then you know what? He might be a dominant force. But for right now, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Anybody who's a fan of him or watched him, anybody who in France who comes upon this video in English, not in France, in English and French, can you explain why he's good? Can you explain why? And how that translates is going to go to the NBA. He didn't even play in college basketball. At least in college basketball, you're going up against the best players that are his age, who are NBA built. He's not even doing that. He's going up a bunch against French kids or French grown men. But I'm sorry to say this, and people need to say this. These I can't pronounce it. These Euro leagues and all these other leagues, they're not the NBA. The NBA is the cream of the crop. Cream of the crop. That's the competition. That's the strength. That's the skill. That's what you need to go up against. But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? Let me know. Are you guys watching the NBA draft? What do you guys think of Victor Wembanyama? I'm sorry, I really don't know how to pronounce his name. And also Scoot Henderson, Brandon Miller, and my underdog, Marquise Noel. And who do you guys have to go in number 1, 2, 3? And what teams do you guys have them going to? But yeah, that's my thoughts. What are yours? RJ out.